So you wake up Saturday morning, sun's coming through the window, you can smell coffee in the air, or is it perhaps Jamaican patties, or maybe even Tibetan momos? Where are we? We are in the neighborhood of Parkdale. Hey everyone, I'm John DeFreitas. I'm a local Toronto real estate professional and a Toronto neighborhood expert, bringing you Is This Neighborhood a Good Buy? And obviously we're diving into the neighborhood of Parkdale. See, Parkdale has a very interesting history. Parkdale, which was once actually known as a very wealthy neighborhood in Toronto with lakeside escape mansions in its grand Victorian form, these were all later chopped down into rooming houses when the area struggled through waves of economic downturn. And in the 80s, it was likely more known for its mental health institutions than it was its lakeside luxury. And yet, even though it's battled through many of these different changes, Parkdale is still very unique. It has a very uniquely rustic character that's only Parkdale, I would say. Nonetheless, Parkdale is still uniquely Toronto, and it has things people love about it and things people don't love so much about it. So what are the things that people love about Parkdale? Well, the first thing I can tell you that people love about Parkdale is its vibrant and diverse community. You know, this is a landing ground for a lot of first-time Canadians. Why? Partially because it has a lot of rental options, so they tend to gravitate to Parkdale. Another thing people love about Parkdale is its food options. With all that diversity comes a plethora of different food qualities. Like I said, Tibetan food is all over the place in Parkdale. There's a great selection of African style food, of East Asian style food. And burgers are some of the greatest burger joints. Lastly, people who love in Parkdale love their community vibe. This area has a real vibrant, messy, alive sort of feeling that is uniquely Toronto, but I would say is more so uniquely Parkdale. Parkdale seems to be stuck in a vintage era that is battling gentrification. All right, what are some of the challenges in living in Parkdale? One of the most obvious challenges is its social issues. There are a lot of homeless people in and around the Parkdale area. Drugs are prevalent in many Toronto neighborhoods, but they seem to be more open and in your face here, which is definitely not a great thing. Another thing people don't like about Parkdale is that Queen Street is its main artery. And in terms of getting around, the 501 streetcar is definitely the predominant way of transportation. But with that being the main artery with a streetcar route on there, traffic is horrendous during rush hour and on weekends as well. And lastly, although Parkdale is located close to the lake in the lakefront, surprisingly enough, people don't like the fact there aren't a lot of community parks in Parkdale. You need to go, like I said, down to the lake or way up to High Park to try and get away from the urban jungle that Parkdale can be known for. Speaking of urban jungles, Parkdale's real estate market is really interesting. I touched on the fact that it has a huge percentage of rentals, and for good reason, because it seems to be a hotbed for new Canadians. But also there are detached, semi-detached, some townhouses and condos popping up also. So what does the real estate market look like? What I can tell you is that when it comes to detached homes, they're not cheap. Those old Victorian mansions, they still carry a lot of value and equity. So to get into one of those, it's going to cost you right around $1.9 million. A semi-detached in Parkdale, going to be just shy of $1.5 million. Condo townhomes in Parkdale, those are going to run you right around $725,000. Condo $663,000. And finally, for all you renters that are targeting Parkdale, you can get into a one-bedroom in Parkdale for as low as $1,800, but probably closer to $2,200. So, with all that said, do I think Parkdale is a good buy? Well, here's my shtick on it. Parkdale, I think, is a good buy if you are looking to break into the market and just get your own place and you're looking to rent. Parkdale's great. You can get into a place fairly affordable. There's a lot of affordable options, both newer and older. So that's great from that perspective. But if you're looking to buy and get into a freehold property, I'm afraid to say prices are still pretty high. And given some of the challenges and uniqueness of Parkdale in terms of not being associated so much as a family neighborhood, which inevitably, if you're getting into the detached or freehold market, you're probably working towards, is not a good buy. Parkdale, although it's unique to Toronto, has some great aspects about it, but it's a great neighborhood to hang. And if you want to learn more about other great neighborhoods in Toronto, whether you want to live there or just experience them for yourself, hey, reach out, connect with me. I'd love to chat about it. And if you thought that this video was helpful, hey, it would really help me a lot if you would like and comment on this video, help it get it out to more people. Hey, with that said, I hope you enjoyed breaking down a little bit about Toronto's Parkdale neighborhood, and I look forward to bringing you another neighborhood really soon. Take care.